something wonderful is going to happen. I can't do that, Dave. Something wonderful is going to happen. Need to give myself a little bit more room. A little English here. Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm not even going to tell you what that's for. Urination. Sounds like that's in neutral. So if I were to turn this on, I don't think this would spin. I am actuating some gears though. I believe them to be in neutral. Okay, let me try that again a little louder. I believe this to be in neutral. Now this I believe is forward and reverse, but I don't think that has anything to do with the belts. This is not going to reverse the motor. It's my thinking that this is only going to reverse the transmission, the clutch. Yeah, I can't see this reversing the, because in other words, I would know, I mean, I don't know which is forward reverse on this. I don't know if it's a power, but if it's a power switch. It'd be nice to know, I guess, wouldn't it? Tell you what, I'm going to take a little break here and go see if this is even on the diagrams. I just got a feeling this was added, but I got a mirror set up over here so that the person standing in front over here can observe the belts and see which way they're turning. So it kind of sounds like we're going to turn this thing on. And there's a big, no, that's not a big bug, but just a bug. Okay. You got the wire coming out of the machine. It's going up the wall, over, and down. I'm going to pass 220 welder. And we are plugged into phase converter, and phase converter is plugged into 220 electric heater slash lathe, and the breaker on the fuse box on the lathe is in the on position, and I'm going to click on the phase converter now. I have no idea what state this lathe is in as far as any directions or anything, or any gears, or is it on or is it off, or okay. So far we just have the phase converter running. And it is going the right direction. There's on. Chuck is spinning. Okay, that was interesting. So this is kind of a low speed. go off. Okay, so that's a transmission switch there. Now I'm going to turn this and see what that does. Okay, this reverses the chuck. Do I dare try anything different? Okay, this is supposed to turn the engine off. Okay, that just turned it down to low. Okay. That turned it off. See, I can stop that, but I can still feel it turning in there. Maybe. Okay, so let's try. Yeah, see, that's still under power. Now, if I come over here, slam that, so this just doesn't have the travel. It needs to shut it down. So I'm going to try this. Okay, I'm going to put you over here. Okay, so this is like the holy shit going. And it needs to be adjusted so it needs to go down further. So okay, now I should have some kind of travel now. Okay, it's alive. Wow. Turn in the right direction. I did get it. The carriage to travel that way towards the tailstock. And yes, the chuck was going the right direction. Wow, huh? Pretty freaking cool. I need to read up on this shit because I'm doing everything wrong. I was doing something making some god-awful noise down here in this gearbox, and it was one of those things where don't do that a second time, please. But I'm a tard, I don't listen very well. So yeah, I was banging things up down here. This is full power, like. This is like half power, or lesser power, and then this is off. Feed and screw, two different positions. Speeds and feeds, threads and feeds. I still need to identify what these symbols are so that I can correlate them to this. Got this bottom rod feeding into the apron. Got it flying, got it rolling, and I'm thinking that's what's giving me all my power in the apron. Then we got this top one. This is for threading, I believe. And this would be the half nut engaging, because that's where my gearbox noise was coming from when I was down here on this lever. Some unhappy clanking. This needs to be adjusted so that it's, I need it to go down another inch or two to be fully engaged or disengaged, and that ought to be simple to do. Nothing on the travel on the cross feed, and I'm kind of thinking this is supposed to pull out, and it's locked and froze up. This one seems to be threaded, so it's not turning, and if it's pulling the whole handle out. But then there's this in here which takes this out of the play. So maybe you got to pull that out. Maybe that switches the gears up to here. And all this knob does is turn when you do the cross slide. Okay, I could probably, if I did some reading, I would probably have all that down pat. I think I've given ample content to generate more comments than I can deal with. And that isn't right. In a timely manner. I certainly welcome all the comments. And I feel like there'll be a bit of critiquing going on, and that's fine. But just remember, I was afraid to even wire this thing up yesterday. I have a man who runs a tool shop, been doing this stuff for a while, and I want to see if he won't come over to the house and see if he can put the machine through its paces, and that would be a great help. I'm pretty psyched. It's a loud thing. Now, whether I'm going to be able to operate this at night, I don't know. New people moved in across the street, and they're night people, so they're going to be up. So maybe I'm not going to bother them. These people, the people who live over here, they stay up all night long. So the new neighbor stays up all night long. This guy over here, he probably can't be woke. These people in this way, their house is far enough away from mine that I don't think this is going to be an issue. I may be able to run this at night. I'll tell you one thing, if I learn what the hell I'm doing, I can probably operate it a little quieter. I do need to fix that lever, because the biggest noise tonight was that lever banging on the chip tray, the chip pan. I'm going to pause this for a few minutes because I'm a little underwhelmed. The tailstocks performed admirably. I'll give it that. And this clutch shaft is just boom. Traded good. I probably operated it longer than I should have, not knowing the oil level in here. But I got so damn excited when it was turning at 4:35 in the morning. Or actually it's 5 till 7 minutes until 5 a.m. Yeah. Rock on, man. Mm-hmm. Pretty freaking cool. Wow. That much closer to making chips on a real lathe. I might even generate some income with this thing. You know, you guys got shops, people bring work to shops that the shops just don't want to deal with because it's too small of a job or whatever. So maybe one day I could be part of that. Let's see how this feels. Still slightly tacky. I'll get that, if it's sunny tomorrow, I'll get that out in the sun, let it bake in the sun. That seems to do a nice job, and that's painted with a brush. That stuff just kind of lays out flat. Wow. Ain't that cool? You know, I wish I could keep it on the skates, because it is nice. It is nice to be able to just, you know, set that out of the way if you want to a little bit, or if you want to, you know, you can bring it forward a little bit. Okay, it's time to find some pads to put underneath those screws. It's time to find a wrench that'll turn those screws. The flats are 1/2 inch from flat to flat on an Allen head. So from flat to flat is a 1/2 inch. So if anybody can tell me what size Allen wrench that is, I would appreciate it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And I'll want to have 5 discs, pucks, so to say, to put underneath there to help distribute the weight a little bit. And a precision level to get this thing in a comfortable stance. Once again, full power start. When I hit this, it just cut the power. Not off, but like cut the power in half. And then this was full off. This disengages the gearbox. in the headstock, I guess. These are my gear changers for different speeds. This we're not going to worry about while we are operating it because it just locks the chuck up. I think that's for when the machine is off and you're changing equipment. Need to find out what's up with this. This is a half nut, I believe. This activates the half nut. We gotta move things a little bit to get there. And this, no, I think this does the direction, and then this engages the half nut. So I'm just trying to think. There's three positions. There's one. Neutral. So is that forward, reverse, forward, neutral, and reverse? That is definitely the threading rod, because that's the one that it kicks the carriage. It kicks the carriage off. It kicks the half nut off when it hits down here on this. This has got to do something more than just turn when that turns. So I need to find out what position is something. There's got to be that something else has to be engaged for this to operate, for this to pull out. So like this has to be disengaged. See, right now we got nothing there. I'm going to pull this here. And it's a fine line to get this to catch. I'm going to get both hands on this. There it is. Yeah, that's just a little finicky there. And if you were 80 years old, you'd be a little finicky too. Now that's locked. So if that's locked, when I pull this out, that frees that. And now this is going to... No, it's not. Okay, so let's go back here. Get that back here, here. There we go. Now we got that traveling. Now let's take this lever this way. Pull this, that. Okay. Whew! Alright guys, I'll have to chop this up somehow and make it viewable. Yeah, check it out. Papa smirked my ass.